You know, a big part of Humble ISD's ag programs are the projects that our students raise. And we're very lucky at Kingwood Park High School to have a wonderful ag teacher that we've gotten to speak to before, Kevin McCarty. And you have brought 2 students with us today that are going to tell us a little bit about their projects and what ag means to them. Today we're joined by Mr. Williford. Let's see, your first name is Bryant, and we're glad to have you with us.
Thank you.
And Miss Delk. Thank you so much for joining us, both of y'all. And Kevin, let's start with you. Tell us how many students you have involved this year in ag and a little bit about what your program does.
We have 115 students this year.
Wow.
Of those 115 students, 110 of them are actually raising animals.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
So, and that 110 is really just for the Humble Livestock Show. It doesn't count any of the others that we go to or anything like that. But in addition to the animals, we do a lot of community service work as our own individual chapter and working with other chapters such as Kingwood for Santa's Farm. We do a thing we call Troop FFA, where we have students come up that are in Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and earn merit badges in agriculture. We really push leadership a lot too, along with the animals.
Where do you keep all those animals? That's a lot of animals.
The district has 2 livestock facilities. One that we keep ours at, we share with Kingwood, and it's located off of Woodland Hills Drive there in Kingwood. The second is over at Humble High School.
Okay.
That's really impressive, though. I mean, 110. Gosh, that has to be a record, Kevin.
It is.
Wow. So Ray and Bryant, tell us first what animal or animals you're raising. I mean, we're only weeks away from the livestock show, which is very cool and exciting. But what animals are you raising at this point?
Well, right now I have a Houston pig, an Humble pig, and Humble chickens.
Wow.
You're
and you're going to win with all of them.
Yes, ma'am.
One busy lady. Bryant?
Right now I only have 1 pig, and it's for the Humble Livestock Show. Her name is Kodiak. She's a little Hampshire.
Awesome, awesome. That, I mean, you are very, very busy. But even with a single animal, a pig, I mean, that, Brian, it takes a lot of time and effort. Share a little bit, both of you. Brian, start with you. What all, from your perspective, really goes into caring for that animal, raising that animal, getting it ready for show?
I mean, you have to be interested in the animal. You have to have a lot of love for that animal to raise it for the show. I mean, as much time as you put in is what you're going to get out, and generally I'll put about 1.5 hours to 2 hours down at the barns working with my pig, making sure that she is in her top condition at all times, and then that she'll be even better at the show. And it's day to day, you have to be down at the barns making sure your pens are clean and feeding and just...
Yeah, they don't know holidays, do they?
No, they don't.
Well, tell me, what criteria do judges look for in a pig? I've never understood exactly what they're looking for when they look at lambs and pigs and steers. Y'all are raising pigs, so Ray, tell me what they're looking for.
It really just depends on the judge. Most judges look for a large rear end, of course, because that's like where the hams are. But there's plenty of things that they put into account on the day of. They always tell you it's like their opinion. There's many opinions. Some judges like one thing and some judges like another. It just depends on your judge.
Okay.
Well, and Kevin, I want to say this in all sincerity. I mean, I consider us to be very blessed to have you. I mean, you do phenomenal work, not only as it relates to the livestock show, but as you mentioned a few minutes ago, with the overall FFA program. Your numbers have grown
Yes.
at Kingwood Park. To what do you attribute the growing interest in FFA?
I think it's the wide diversity of the stuff that we offer. Unlike a lot of other things that campuses may offer, we don't have a season. We go literally year-round. I think last year we had 2 weeks that we didn't have animals on feed. So, not only do we have the animals, but that right there is probably the #1 interest that gets the kid into the door of the classroom. After that, then they start to see all these other leadership opportunities that we have, such as public speaking, being officers, attending conventions, leadership camps, things of that nature. And it just kind of builds off all of that. you know, and the kids really, they really do get excited, you know, and that's, their excitement is what feeds other kids' excitement, and so it just grows.
Yeah, great program.
Well, you mentioned public speaking and things like that. There's a lot more to ag than just raising animals.
Yes.
Can you touch a little bit on what the courses cover and what kids can expect if they're interested?
Okay, we have different paths that students can take. Of course, you know, with the animals, there's the animal science route. You get a lot of kids that are interested in being veterinarians that want to choose that route. You have horticulture, plant science, if a student is interested in pursuing a career in those industries, such as an agronomist or even a florist. We offer like floral design classes that students can actually take, and at the end of that one-year course, they can go to Austin, become a certified, you know, master florist, you know, by taking the state exam. We offer wildlife type courses, wildlife and fisheries. We get a lot of kids that are interested in that are wanting to be marine biologists, wildlife biologists, and even game wardens. So we have quite a bit of different courses that entice or reflect a lot of different interests that you know, meets a broad needs of students, you know, so there's quite a bit that we do offer.
Quickly, Ray, and then you, Brian. So what attracted you guys to FFA?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Well, not only like it ran in my family, everybody's joined it and they're like, hey, you need to do it. But also I joined 4-H when I was younger, and I saw the FFA kids and I was like, dang, those people are cool. Like, I want to be one of them. And I then joined Green Hen Year, and everything just like overwhelmed you, and you were like, wow, I really want to, like, I want to stick with this. This is fun.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, because you did become one of them. Bryant?
Well, during my sophomore year, I was actually in our wildlife and fisheries class, and he had been pressuring me a lot to do it, and I thought it was a good idea. I mean, I had a lot of friends in the FFA, and it really interested me, but I never really pushed myself, and he gave me that extra push to join the FFA. And ever since, it's been awesome. And he told me on my sophomore year that I regret not joining my freshman year, and every day I regret not joining my freshman year. It's really a blast.
But great. You got there.
Yes,
that's what's important. Well, they're wrapping us up, but we wish you both all the luck in the world with your projects at the upcoming Humble show and at the Houston show. So good luck. Thank you, Kevin, again for joining us and sharing the program. And if anyone is interested or their student is interested, go to the website, and there are some links that'll get you to the program and explain a little more about it. Don't go away. We'll be right back.